This would be an ecumenical matter.
Do you want to have a guess what was number 1 at the time?
It's probably Oasis, was it?
It wasn't actually. It was Take That and Boyzone in Ireland were the number 1 singles.
Oh, my favourites.
And Wet 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 was top of the album charts. But there you go. So in the midst of all this, Father Ted burst onto our screens on a Friday night on Channel 4. And the first thing, obviously, you have to talk about on Father Ted is the theme tune. Do you know much about it? It was by the Divine Comedy.
Yeah, Divine Comedy.
Yeah, it was actually one of a number of tracks that Neil Hannon had submitted for to Graham Linehan, the producers. And surprisingly, it wasn't actually the one that they wanted to go for. But one of the different producer told them, look, this is the tune, this is the one you want. This sets up the scene perfectly. So Graham Linehan went with it. And of course, the very first thing she does when she comes in the room is offering everyone else tea. Now, Father Ted doesn't want any, so we get the infamous, go on.
Yeah.
And that's, it's been attributed as her catchphrase, but she only actually says it twice in this episode. And over the course of the series, I don't actually think she says it that much.
Not really, but when she does, she says it multiple times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's sort of a sort of rattling on, but I think she only actually says the words maybe about 7 or 8 times over the course of the series. I'm actually doing a running count, so we're at 2 at the minute. And as we go on ahead, we'll see how many times she actually says it. And I think that was sort of a wise choice on their part, that they didn't just hammer it home to death.
Yeah,
it wasn't every episode.
Too many shows suffer from to have a recurring joke, and they milk it for all it's worth.
Yeah, in every episode when it doesn't actually call for it. Dougal comes in and he's got a full face of shaving foam everywhere. And Ted tries to tell him that there's shaving foam on your face. And then when he sees in the mirror that he's pretty much caked in this, he looks like he's had a pie thrown in his face by this point. He says, I didn't even try to shave this morning. So.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how it got there.
Yeah, Dougal comes in and he's immediately, as you say, like a man-child. I think he got a much worse treatment in the first episode than maybe he did later episodes. Because he does just seem like an absolute dimwit. Reprehensibly dim-witted, like in the first episode.
Yeah, they seem to go a bit too far.
See, that would be a fair ground ride I would actually go on. Think of the thrill. See, Vince, the whole point of these things is that you get the thrill from being so close to death, but not really.
I get more thrill from goading the fierce man.
Oh, I see. Because you never know what he might do if he catches you.
Well, he's only wearing like a loincloth, is he not?
Exactly. And he's on the top of a ladder, so he's already got, height advantage.
Yeah, he's got a height advantage.
Yeah.
All he has to do is just drop on you.
Yeah. So basically, Craggy Island is a radioactive wasting dump.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of a cesspit, really. It doesn't sound very nice at all.
I think they have actually they mentioned later on in the episode that it, just off the west coast, that you have to go off the coast of Galway, so it sort of places it, but
they never really revealed where it is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that was the whole point, was that it's this sort of godforsaken place that doesn't actually exist. It's like this lost city of Atlantis. It's
almost like nobody wants associated with it.
Exactly, with a massive...
And the people on it can't get off it, is almost how it seems.
Exactly. And the only people who got onto it were obviously the victims of some shipwreck or something from the opening credits, so...